Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and we're continuing our character armor guide series. So we've already been covering a couple from Sigismund's camp, so I figured I'd follow up on that with the next one. So today's, as you can probably tell from the title and thumbnail, is Ditrich Katz, one of the three captains of this camp. He is in charge of the Proggers, specifically the artillery regiment. So he can be found in the upper camp, which is of course restricted. So after I show you this armor guide, all of the pieces, all the stats, all that sort of stuff, I'll show you where to find him, but keep in mind it is in this upper ring up here, and it is restricted, so up until a very specific part of the game during a story mission, you're not allowed up here, so sneaking in here is almost certainly going to include killing at least 2 guards that'll be stationed out at the front gate, as that's the only way to get in here. But with that being said, let's just dive on into the armor guide. So starting off, we'll go to weapons first, and he is equipped with a level 2 variant of the broad longsword. This says a perfectly balanced longsword with a wide blade is the gold standard. What it lacks in speed, it makes up for in durability. It has a minimum strength of 11 to use, minimum agility of 14 to use, does a stab damage of 121, slash damage of 115, blunt damage of 23, has a defense stat of 246, durability of 200, has a weight of 2.9 pounds, and a price of 885 groschen. So definitely not the best weapon in the game, but as far as all weapons are concerned, broadswords are some of the best, especially in the right hands, and this one is not a bad broadsword, definitely pretty good stats. So that is his only weapon. Let's move on to clothing. Clothing is fairly simple and straightforward. You can see what he's wearing over here on the right. If we look over here on the left, he is equipped with a level 2 version of the black and gold, or black with gold accents variant of the short pourpont. This says, an expensive and honestly made quilted coat from precious fabric for all noble warriors. It has a stab defense of 12, slash defense of 39, and blunt defense of 30. Then for his leg wear, we have the red variant of the padded chausses. He is likely equipped with a level 2 variant, but since you can't take his pants off while he's sleeping, that is, so, you know, and I'll show you that later, I just grabbed some out of my inventory, and these are a level 3 variant, but his are likely a level 2 variant. It says, a simple quilted leggings, not exactly the pinnacle of tailoring skill, can be used alone or as a softening layer beneath better armor. Like I said, he's wearing the red variant as far as I can tell, and these are pretty good. They're some of the best padded leg wear that you can have in the game. So they have a stab defense of 31, slash defense of 43, and a blunt defense of 34. Next up, we have the Noble's Hood. He has a level 2 variant of the red colored one. It says, once you are noble, you must make sure that your manners match it. It's impossible to walk like a peasant. Only the finest worsted wool, well cut and carefully stitched, is really good enough to adorn your noble shoulders. This has a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 2, and blunt defense of 4. So it's mostly there for appearances, but it's pretty good looking. Then he has the level 2 brown variant of the leather gloves that protect their wearer from abrasions and the cold, suitable for horse riding and hunting, but don't provide much protection in combat. These have a stab defense of 2, slash defense of 5, and blunt defense of 6. And lastly, for clothing, we have a level 2 brown variant of the travel boots. Solid shoes with buckles that stand out for their durability and strength. They reliably protect your feet and give them a little comfort. A great choice for long-distance pilgrimages to the Holy See in Rome, to the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, or to the end of the world in Santiago. So these have a stab defense of 1, slash defense of 2, and blunt defense of 1. Overall, a pretty solid looking base layer for this suit of clothing. Looking at it from the outside, here's our front view, here's the view from the side, and here is the rear view. So like I said, pretty good looking overall. Definitely a well put together outfit. It varies enough to make it look like it wasn't slapped together by some numbskull. And it's not horrible charisma wise, considering we're not wearing any jewelry or spurs and our charisma is at 25. So not awful overall. Let's move on to our next layer. And for this set, unfortunately, the next layer is the top layer, so the armor, because this set does not include any padding or mail. So we are missing 3 major parts that make a suit very, very defensive, and those are going to be our hauberk, our collar, and our head coif, or padded hood, or whatever variant you use, something for that slot. So we have nothing for the padding layer. We go straight to plate armor. And so for the plate armor, it's just 3 pieces. We have a level 2 variant of the Milanese cuirass, an excellent piece from the Italian armor smiths. Thanks to the perfect tempering and fine surface cannulation, the sheet metal used can be much lighter and yet just as durable. The cuirass is composed of two parts that fit together perfectly to form an impenetrable shell on the knight's body. It has a stab defense of 114, slash defense of 83, and blunt defense of 28. Then for our legs, we have the Noble Brigandine legs, a level 2 dark, either really dark green or black variant. I've just been calling them the black variant. It has a full leg protection of a newer type, formed by the combination of lameral and plate armor. While the thighs are protected by folded slats, the warrior's shins are encircled by well-forged metal plates. It has a stab defense of 104, slash defense of 76, and blunt defense of 27. And lastly, for the arms, we have the Magdeburg plate arms, once again a level 2 variant. It says protection of the whole arm and forearm by precisely fitted metal plates. The armor is decorated with brass and artistic ornaments. It has a stab defense of 104, slash defense of 76, and blunt defense of 27. Taking a look at it from the outside, here's our front view, which you can see in great detail here. Honestly, it is a pretty solid looking suit of armor, which is why I wanted to do this one, despite the fact that I knew it wasn't going to have great stats. It does look really nice. And a lot of that comes from the fact that the Milanese cuirass and the Magdeburg arms are some of the coolest looking armor pieces in the game. Here's our side view, and this is the rear view. So like I said, it looks good, and I honestly really do like the Noble's hood with it. I know it removes the upper shoulder pauldrons from the sleeves, so a lot of people really dislike that, but the Noble's hood pulls it off better than a lot of the other hoods in the game do. So overall, very, very good looking in my opinion. As I would hope you're able to tell, like I said already, we're missing a lot of armor pieces. We, for one thing, don't have a pouch or belt, we don't have any jewelry, we don't have any spurs, but most importantly, we don't have our padding or mail level, so no hauberk, no collar, no hood, or no coif, I should say, and then possibly most importantly, no helmet. So let's get into stats for this suit. So for the total weight of this suit, including the sword, we have a weight of 45.3 pounds. So pretty light, but again, we're missing a lot of pieces that you would actually have to consider this a full suit of armor. So 45.3 pounds is probably, fair. Then for our value, of course, the stolen value, if you go and you steal all of this stuff, will be much higher than this, but the regular value, once you've lost your stolen status and reloaded the save to make sure that it adjusts, is 6,892.9 groschen. So not very expensive, but once again, like I said, we're missing a lot of pieces. So it would be much higher if you filled out the rest of the slots. Then we do have an armor rating for this. We have a average for the head of 39. For the body, it's 139. For the arms, it's 110.7. And for the legs, it's 143, giving us an overall average armor rating, or AAR, of 107.9. So fairly light armor considering, it looks like a suit of heavy plate, but we're just missing so many elements that our rating isn't going to be nearly as high. Plus, even if it was nice and high, even if we had the hauberk and the collar, and we had some armored gauntlets instead of just regular gloves, etc., those couple things, it would be much higher, but we still don't have any head protection. Me personally, I think a red variant of the Saxon kettle hat would look pretty good with the suit. I think he might even wear one at one point, I'm not sure though. But this is his regular suit, so I did not want to add anything into it. So, with all that being said, if you want to get your hands on this one, like I said, you do have to make your way up into the upper ring of this camp, and it is not easy to do because, like I said, it's restricted, but I will show you where you can find him in this circle. I'm just going to have to wait until night to do it. So once you've made your way to the upper ring, what you're going to be looking for is this big green tent with the Hungarian crests on it. It's green with a red door. It's fairly easy to see because there's the front gate and this is the tent. So once you've made your way up into this tent, you'll see there's quite a lot of loot in here. There's a chest over here with some stuff in it. There's a sword sitting in that rack. We're not looking for any of that though. We're going to the back of the tent where you can find Ditrich Katz sleeping, and it's not going to be in that chest. You're going to find it on him, so you'll have to pickpocket it from him, and you cannot knock him out or kill him. Well, I've not tried to kill him, but you can't knock him out, so the only way to get it is to rob him. So you have to make sure your thievery skill is high enough not to get caught, but you'll find all of the items on him in there. So that is how and where you can get this exact outfit that I've shown you today, and you can cosplay as Ditrich Katz. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful or entertaining. If you have any recommendations for characters you'd like to see armor guides for next, let me know. But with all that being said, thanks for watching and have a nice day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.